Hello everyone, I hope all is well. I want to talk about AI at the crossroad. And I want to talk about what's happening and the possible recklessness by the administration, of course, of the United States. I want you to imagine that you applied for a job and the AI system that you've never met before practically says if you're qualified or not. No explanation is given, but you have been rejected. No human review, just rejection. Now imagine that's just a few of what is taking place or possible. Now imagine a few protections that were in place as it relates to fairness and of course accountability oversight. They're all gone. For several years I pondered the thought about discriminatory algorithms. I was really into that because I know algorithms can discriminate. I practically did a video on that several years ago. And now we have AI and it's coming into fruition. I would say that my video was before the AI landscape. Now, I had thought about the possibilities of this happening to individuals. So after a long wait, I was happy when President Biden, that was our past president, announced that there was going to be steps towards ensuring that AI was safe. Now, in a matter of weeks, President Trump has begun dismantling, gutting AI protections, erasing the safeguarding that was set up, of course, by Biden. A Trump executive order from January calls on new AI action. It should be, of course, free from ideological bias and, of course, developed within a specific time frame. The bottom line is data in, data out. Who puts that data in? And, of course, he has announced some advisors. Yes, some advisors, as we know, they're billionaires. Special advisors for AI. And remember, AI is not for just some, but for all. There is a dangerous movement towards the deregulation of AI. One of Trump's first executive order was to repeal Biden's executive order as it relates to safe, secure, and transparent use of AI. This wasn't just paperwork. It was, of course, destroying the policy. Because it's important to have checks as it relates to AI. Ensuring that there is reduction, not elimination, because it cannot be eliminated, of discrimination, manipulation, and of course endangering the American citizen's life. Within days, the administration went further. Federal agents were asked to erase AI guidelines from their website, leaving job seekers, consumers, marginalized people, of course from population, without critical protection. It means that AI is now at work. But let me say that one thing is sure, that the consumer, the population, have not been protected by this. What they have given, again, and I've told you all the time, is that big tech continues to reap the benefit of AI and technology. Trump's executive order is a sign for them to operate without any boundaries, so to speak. And of course, AI is going to be deployed, and of course, it's not going to be deployed in the interest of the citizens around, because people like me need to be protected. Let me say what is happening is that they're prioritizing, of course, the movement of AI, the rapid expansion at the expense of individuals, at the expense of public safety, at the expense of civil rights, and of course fairness. And history tells us when this happens, we suffer the most, the marginalized individuals. But who will be harmed by this AI deregulation? Without protection, AI system will unleash some levels of things that we have never seen. When there's no transparency, accountability, there will be no recourse to what happens when someone gets harmed. And of course, if left unchecked, the dangers will increase. AI powering tools will discriminate against women, people of color, and of course, research has been done on this, and I'll show you right here at this point in time. Automated defraud systems will wrongly cut off people from those that will need truly to get benefits. We have seen that taking place. There will be police predictive tools that are used and amplified within certain contexts because there's no guidelines. And of course, it will target black and brown communities in more ways than we can think of. These are just ideas that I'm throwing out. It has happened before. And because of this, we had to check it. Of course, you might have not known, but a couple weeks ago, OpenAI, someone working there, created a sentry weapon using ChatGPT. And just imagine when someone is able to do these things without guidelines, and companies are allowed to, of course, explore without any boundaries. These are implications because ethics is important. I spoke about this a long time ago. I talked about ethics in AI, ethics as it relates to algorithms and so forth. But who benefits when it's rolled back? Of course, the big winners, of course, are the big tech companies, the billionaire executives, and those who have harnessed your data, of course. Not to mention the issue of big data. We have individuals accessing data regarding certain things, and these data sets can be put in algorithms. Now, remember, I posted roughly 3 years ago about China's credit system. Alright, social credit system. This is a video that you need to watch because it talks about how data can be used. When we think about agency and modernization and what's happening, there's going to be a movement of displacement of workers now than you ever seen, because what's happening is that these AI tools are going to be developed and of course move towards replacing some individuals with automation. And of course we might have a shift in the population who's employed. Of course, you know, it might be dominant to the person who owns the data set. Let me tell you that I think that we can balance AI innovation and AI protection together. And I think it's important for us to understand. It doesn't slow down innovation. But let me be clear, AI protection is important. And of course, it's the foundation of responsible innovation. Let me tell you this. Why don't we have everyone having knowledge and using atomic technology? Because it was a problem. It had to be controlled. And that is why we have regulations. Now, AI has become comparative to, of course, atomic energy and the technology behind it, because it's such a powerful tool. As we navigate the terrain, we must advocate for our own security, our own, of course, survival, because without this, it's not going to be possible. Because, you know, certain things can be developed and deployed to do things that we have no control over. I said to you before in many of my videos, language has designed our history, our economies around the world, our schooling system, education, and so forth. AI is the most powerful form of language now, and of course you have individuals who control that form of language. I say that we must advocate at this point for ethical use of AI for our very own survival. It means that an AI algorithm won't make a decision regarding if you get surgery or not because you did not meet a certain tick box situation. We've seen how algorithms can discriminate, and we see how AI can be damaging. We know that. And let me say to you, are you prepared to live your lives in that fashion in another 4 or 5 years? I think without regulation, we stand a chance of losing every ounce of humanity, where, of course, fake media and people can say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to do with AI. Hence, we need regulation. My call for you is to think about this in depth. Give your thought to it. If you had a chemist mixing all the ingredients that are dangerous and handing it out to you, would you take it? It's the same thing with AI. If we do not understand how it's going to operate and function without transparency, might as well we give up, because AI is more powerful than we think. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.